and the Brooklyn Bulls. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Tell him. 76. 76. Tonight. 120.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Listen.
Play action. It's gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
3 down. Hey, Russell, 180.
Second and 10. Off again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Now it's gone. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now third and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, And that way, you often control the game.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Over the middle, complete. It's Owens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now the pitch to Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third and long here. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
14.
now Goff on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, 5. 3 down. Here we go. 180.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
No.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They run. Devontae Freeman. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Super one.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All
So a good starting field position for him here as they come up
right,
first and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And give them a gain of 37.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Check. 4 down. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now it's Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Catanzero's kick is right through, and that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now back out comes the offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Wide open receiver complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
180. 5.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Owens. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Finding room inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Five. Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey. We got three. Three down.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Gone. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Listen. Here we go. 180. Slam. 11.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Listen.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
We go, Salon. 180.
From the red zone now, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
180.
Out of the gun. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
We go, Salon. 180.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, switch. Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw is gone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Merlin! Hut! 180!
A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Ryan Dallaire in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Freeman again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
And know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
3 down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Left.
Play action. It's gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Listen.
Now it's gone. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, fellas, here we go. Here we go, fellas, here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard.